The Tao teaches that strength isn't in forcing, but in flowing. And what if your best decisions didn't come from the fight, but from the silence of your mind? Let us explore together the quiet power of Wu Wei, the art of effortless action. Centuries ago, in a vast province bordered by mountains and threaded by a quiet river, lived a man named Han. He was in charge of the farmland, ensuring every family had enough to eat. Han was known for his skill and dedication, but also for his deep hesitation when faced with hard decisions. That year, a crisis struck. The seasonal rains, vital for crops, never came. The soil dried. Wheat and barley withered under the merciless sun. Each day, Han felt the weight of his duty pressing heavier on his chest. If he didn't act soon, the province would face famine. Then, a wealthy merchant arrived from the capital with an enticing offer: modern irrigation machines that could pump water from the river. But there was a cost. Half of the next harvest would belong to him. Han was torn. Accepting meant immediate survival, but future dependence. Refusing meant trusting the rains would return, something that felt less likely by the day. "How can I make such a decision?" Han muttered, pacing across the cracked earth. Every choice felt wrong, like swimming upstream against a raging river. So he climbed the highest mountain to seek the wisdom of an old hermit, a man known for living in deep harmony with nature. After a long and tiring journey, Han reached a modest hut among ancient trees. The old man greeted him with eyes that shimmered like stars. "Wise one," Han bowed, "I face an impossible choice. Do I accept the merchant's offer or trust the rains? Any decision might doom my people." The old man said nothing at first. Then he gently placed a smooth stone in Han's palm. "This stone," he said, "was shaped over centuries by the river below. The water never tried to force it to change. It simply flowed around it, again and again, until the stone became smooth. That's how life works. Sometimes the wisest action is non-action because it allows things to unfold naturally." Han held the stone, feeling its softness, but still uncertain. "What if the rains never come?" he asked. "How can I just wait?" The hermit smiled. "Have you ever watched the clouds? They do not rush. They drift slowly with the wind, yet they always arrive where they are meant to be. Trust the natural rhythm of things, Han. When we try to force outcomes, we break harmony. But when we act with calm and alignment, life itself becomes the guide." Han descended the mountain with a lighter heart, but still unsure. He refused the merchant's deal, yet he didn't sit idle. Each day, he led his people in clearing old channels that once carried river water to the fields. He studied the skies, watching for subtle changes in the clouds and wind. He taught the villagers to farm with patience, reminding them the river had always been generous. Then, the extraordinary happened. A sudden storm swept through the region. Rain fell in abundance. The soil drank deeply, and the crops came back to life. The province celebrated, and Han finally understood the old man's wisdom. Not all decisions need brute force. Some require trust and the courage to flow with life. Just as the rivers shape stone over centuries, we are shaped by the choices we make. Not just the grand ones, but the small, quiet ones made every day. Han's story reminds us, the wisest path may not be the one that pushes hardest, but the one that flows in tune with your inner rhythm. So, what if you already had everything you needed to choose with clarity, not from fear, but from flow? Deep down, we all know what it feels like to stand at a crossroads. Maybe it's the decision to change careers, to invest in a relationship, or to face the pressure of time in something that feels impossibly urgent. So often, we freeze, afraid of making the wrong move. We try to control every detail as if we could predict the future. But life is like the sky. No matter how closely we study the clouds, they always surprise us. What we can do is learn to trust the process, to observe the signs around us, and to move lightly, without the weight of needing absolute control. It's like planting a seed. You can't rush its growth, but you can make sure the soil is rich, the water steady, and the light just right. The rest, you let nature handle. This channel grows not only with stories and reflections, but with the actions of each of you. When you subscribe, when you like, the channel grows stronger, and the message that helped you can reach someone else who needs it. Make a difference now. Hit subscribe, leave a like, and don't forget to check the pinned comment. You'll find a free mini ebook on how to apply ancient practices of silence and clarity in real, modern life. It's for those who want to live with more wisdom, not just think about it. The first step to applying this wisdom is realizing that not every decision has to be urgent. When you're faced with something difficult, try pausing, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, am I forcing something that's beyond my control? Or can I flow with what's happening right now? This shift in perspective may seem small, but it can change everything. Imagine you're overwhelmed at work. Instead of trying to solve everything all at once, make a list of the most important tasks and start with the smallest one. As you move through them, you'll feel the weight begin to lift, and slowly, solutions start to appear on their own. These lessons aren't just theoretical, they're meant to be lived. Try it today. The next time you feel stuck, practice Wu Wei. Act with calm. Observe the flow around you and trust that the right path will reveal itself. This journey isn't easy, but it's deeply transformative. It asks for vulnerability, for patience, and for faith. Faith in yourself and in life's unfolding process. And the most beautiful part? When you begin to live this way, you'll notice something incredible. Your calm creates calm in others.